With Sonic Mania really, the PC version of Sonic Mania hitting Steam last week, the Sonic hacking community has found a way to unpack, identify, and mod the game to find some unused content that lies in Sonic Mania's data. Hello, viewers, I'm Busted here, and we'll go through seven amazing things that have been that went unused and completely and were scrapped in Sonic Mania. There's a lot. Some of these are very awesome, and so you may wonder why they have been scrapped in the first place. So, instead of hearing me talk, why don't we start off with Why don't we start with number one? We're gonna do this the same way as I do in my Nintendo news videos. So, number one, Jane Can Pond, an Alex Kidd themed boss. Tracker Underdash, or I think it's called TD, has found some interesting sprites that appear to point to a boss that indicate that at some point in the development of Sonic Mania, the Studiopolis boss was originally going to be a rock paper scissors battle between Sonic and Eggman. This was likely going to be a nod to yet another classic Sega title, Alex Kidd, before it was scrapped for the Weather Van boss. Because you can see here some of its assets. Tracker said unused Studiopolis Act 2 boss is a J-Kid fight, likely inspired by Axe Kid. Can kinda see why it was removed. Probably too luck based. Yeah, that's probably it. Because if you fail, maybe you failed multiple times, you would die, or you would probably lose a life or something. And since the boss will almost be undefeatable unless you have good luck, I can understand why. Here's a video. Here's what it means. Here's how it's a reference to Alex Kidd, Jenkin Pond. All right, number two, rediscovering Sonic Mania's past. Back before Sonic Mania got its name, Takashi Iizuka explains the origin of the name at the San Diego Comic-Con panel. The working title was Sonic Discovery. It appears that the old title card still exists in the data. As you can tell, this was the old title card, Sonic the Hedgehog Discovery, Sonic Mania's beta title, but instead changed it to Sonic Mania. Number 3, I'm Just a Love Machine. Amy fans might have been disappointed at her omission from Sonic Mania, besides the self-destructing Amy doll and the incredibly cute Gachapon boss in Metallic Madness. But seems she was also to be used in this love tester machine, again in Studiopolis. While it was unclear from the sprite artwork as to how the machine was actually going to function, it appears that there may have been 3 results possible, producing one of the 3 protagonist images. And what about that Eggman icon? Here's some of its assets you can see about this love machine. As you can see, we see artifacts of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik / Eggman. Here's some of its leftover assets in the game's files. While not a Sonic reference, we can't help but be reminded of a classic Simpsons episode. Love tester. Yeah. Where you going, you big drip? Unused Tails animation. The Sonic the Hedge blog Twitter account has produced this neat comparison GIF of Sonic Mania sprites, showing the animation from the opening cutscene in Chemical Plant Zone, alongside an unused animation. Rather than utilizing the lookup animation when a drop of the Mega Mech lands on Tails' head, Tails instead uses propeller action to dry himself off. It's unclear why this animation was cut, as it is blatantly the cuter of the two. Here is the unused animation Tails is intended to do. But here's what it looks like in the final. I can honestly see why, because this looks more cute in a way. Number 5, Escape from the UFO. Another discovery by Tracker adds intrigue to the UFO special stage. The graphic below shows the text implemented in the game, and nestled between them is the phrase, "Time to escape." Does this hint at an early build of the special stage? The player possibly had to escape either the stage or the UFO itself once the Chaos Emerald had been grabbed? Tracker says, I don't think the time to escape text is ever used. A scrapped idea for the special stages? Because you can see, maybe after you got the Chaos Emerald, Sonic had to dash away out of the stage in order to keep the Chaos Emerald, or if he gets caught, he loses it. A lot of mysteries regarding that. Number 6, were hyperforms once planned for? Similar to number 5, Blue Paradox has uncovered text that appears to hint at a feature that either went unused or never made it off the drawing board. Many fans asked if the hyperforms as seen as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like Hypersonic Hyper Knuckles, would return, since it's been a while ever since we saw those two forms in an actual Sonic game, would return in Mania. However, Iizuka-san has on more than one occasion stated the Super Emeralds are non-canon. Non-canon means they're not part of the, or not actually part of the story. It seems strange, however, that Super Emeralds appear to be present in the Heavy King fight, and that buried in the data that text for Hyper exists. Perhaps Iizuka-san had a change of heart at one point? Maybe we'll never know. Yes. Blue Paradox said, Hyper what? # Sonic Mania. Excuse me. Yeah, special stages, Super Chaos Emeralds now can Super Chaos Emeralds now can be Hypersonic Tails Guttle. Look at this. So possibly the Hyperforms were planned to be, but got scrapped before the final release, and especially during the Heavy King fight. So maybe they were intended to be used there against him. Who knows? But again, here's what it would look like. Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles would have on top of a Super Emerald and transform into Hyper again, going against Heavy King. And number 7, if you know what that quote is, if you know where that quote's from, you obviously know where this is going. Number 7, I'm out of here. What do I mean by this? If you remember Sonic CD for the Sega CD, you know that if you wait 3 minutes, Sonic says, I'm out of here, and he jumps to the bottom of the stage, giving you an instant game over. So, if you hang around too long in Sonic CD, idling, Sonic unceremoniously jumps off the screen, resulting in a game over. While not featured in the final build, all the animation and sound clips are present in Mania source code, which has allowed those with savvy enough skills to re-implement the features and mods as shown in the video below. So it looks like possibly originally, if you waited for too long, Sonic would do the same "I'm out of here" thing. Would have done the same thing. He jumps to the bottom of the screen, resulting in a game over. Have you found anything interesting hiding in Sonic Mania's data files that went unused and that we have missed? Let us know in the comments. Oh boy, that was a stretch, but did you see all those amazing things? Hyperforms were planned for Sonic Mania, so we could see Hypersonic, Hyper Tails, Hyper Knuckles return. Especially during the Heavy King fight. A possible Sonic CD. The Sonic CD idol animation where Sonic says, I'm out of here. And did you enjoy any of these 7? I hope you enjoyed these 7 amazing things that went unused in Sonic Mania. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.